Bonjour, konnichiwa, mabuhay! Krisha here and welcome to my first ever vlog. So for today's video, we will talk about effective communication as well as how communication takes place. So let's not prolong it any longer and let's get started. What exactly is communication? Communication is normal to us because we use it every day or every time we talk to one another. However, communication is not all about talking or giving information to one another, but it also undergoes a process as well as there is a presence of different elements. Communication have 6 elements present that are the sender-receiver, message, feedback, setting, noise, and the channel. First one is the sender-receiver. These are the people who are involved or undergoes a communication. Sender is the one who gave message or the one who convey his insights, opinion, or experiences to the receiver. Meanwhile, the receiver is also known as the listener because he or she is the one who listens to the message or information conveyed by the speaker. Sender-receiver can be reciprocated because the sender can be the receiver or vice versa depending who will talk. The next one is the message. It is the vital and most crucial element of communication because communication takes place in order to give message to one person to another. That is the purpose of communication, forwarding message from one person to another. Message is all the information, opinion, insights, emotion, as well as experiences shared by the sender to the receiver. Message can be verbal or the usage of words or non-verbal with the use of body movements like nodding, smiling, or shaking of heads. Third one is the channel. It is the path or passage traveled by the message from sender to the receiver. In a face-to-face communication, the channel that are usually used is the sound and sight because the listener listens to the sender as well as observe the presence and the movements by the use of the sights. Meanwhile, in an online communication, usually the channel are the gadgets or any technologies that supply the communication like cell phones, laptop, computer, and etc. Next one is the noise. Noise can be categorized into two, the physical noise and the psychological noise. But first, what is noise? Noise are the sounds that disrupt or disturb the communication. Physical noise is the noise that usually we hear. For instance, is the murmurs of the crowd or loud music.
Hey, boss, look at that. Married, right?
Why do you care about my relationship with my father, Boo?
Meanwhile, the psychological noise is the noise that occurs in sender or receiver mind or body. One of these noises is the feeling of nauseous or stress. Fifth one is the feedback or usually known as the response. It is the reaction among the receiver and the sender. It can be a nod, smile, or any gestures, but the best feedback is the oral response because by this the sender can determine if the message he conveyed are clearly understood or misinterpreted by the receiver. Lastly is the setting. It is the reception or location where the communication takes place. It is where the sender-receiver stands or perform the communication. How about What is effective communication? For the knowledge of everyone, not all communication can be considered as an effective communication because effective communication is not all about listening or receiving and understanding the message of the receiver, but it is a two-way street. Effective communication is about listening and attaining the full meaning of the message that the sender wanted to convey. Also, effective communication makes the sender feel that he is heard and understood by the receiver. Another fact about effective communication, fortunately, it can be an answer to all the misunderstanding occur here in our world. Why? Because despite of all negativity or not so good information being conveyed with the help of effective communication, the misunderstandings or the negativity can be lightened or best can be put all in the rightful place with only the help of effective communication. However, to obtain an effective communication or become an effective communicator, there are several things to know first to become one. The first thing to know is the sender must refrain or set aside all his emotion first before conveying any message in order to prevent mixing up of emotion to the messages as well as having no biases. Another is the receiver must focus to the information or the message that the sender is stating so that the sender felt that he is heard as well as all his effort does not go to nothing. Next is the sender must have a consistent body language because without having a consistent body language, there might have a misunderstanding. Like for an instance, if a sender conveying a message about a serious matter but he acts like jokingly or humorously, the receiver must think that the message that he is conveying is not a serious or just a joke, even though the message that the sender conveying is a serious matter. Besides having a consistent body language, sender must organize his thought first before speaking. Why? Because having a messy thoughts can conclude in misinterpretation or misunderstanding of the message that is being conveyed. Receiver must also be attentive to, even though he is just listening to the thoughts, opinion, insights of the sender by simply executing simple gestures like nodding, smiling, or any gestures so that the sender feel that he is interested as well as listening. It can be also be in a form of oral, like murmuring, saying yeah, or aha. Communication is the best and safest way solution to all the fighting, quarrel, and misunderstanding happening in our world. So, improving and enhancing our skills for effective communication is a must. All in all, effective communication is very crucial to everyone to have knowledge about, because with this, I believe the world can be at peace as well as united. So, that's it guys. Thank you for watching. And remember, think before you speak because we can never change the word that we already stated. So, bye. Keep hydrated.